Welcome back to Good Morning Sri Lanka. In case you just tuned in, you're here on the most awesomest morning show in the world. Well, it's not that great. It's just me sitting in front of a camera. It's not that great. Anyways, in case you just tuned in, on the show we have the band members of Dee Zone, and we have Damien, Mala, and joining us right now is Mala and Georgie, the keyboardist and also the guitar man. Welcome to the show on Good Morning Sri Lanka.
Good morning. Jason, let me tell you.
Yeah.
You are meeting two of the best musicians you'll find in Sri Lanka right now.
Oh, really?
As far as I'm concerned.
Right.
And I'm really proud to have these two guys in my band. And I'm also learning from them.
Right, so let me get this straight. Dee Zone, the band, it started like 4 years ago, if I'm correct. So how did this band come together? I'm guessing Georgie has a story to tell.
Yeah.
And each of you have your own little story of how you met each other and then formed this band with the other two members as well, which I didn't catch the names, by the way.
The bassist is Cheryl.
Cheryl.
And the drummer is Greg.
Okay, so how did this form? There's obviously a really unique story going on here.
I've been known Damien for like more than 10 years.
Right.
I've been in the recording studio scene. He came to the studio once to do his song. So then after that, like we met in a studio, another studio. Then he started telling me about a band that he's starting, about the Dee Zone. Then after that we started the Dee Zone.
Ah, nice. Okay, so it was a simple person that you know. You're like, dude, I totally want to start a band with you.
Jason, he's like I said, he's one of the best engineers too, recording engineers.
Okay.
And I came across this unbelievable talent guy, you know, multi-instrumentalist, recording engineer, and he used to do stuff, and it was great. What came out was really good.
Right.
So I said, I want to form this band. Are you interested? And you know.
That's really cool. So Mala, what about you? How did this turn up for you with Dee Zone?
Well, I should say Damien, like I'm really glad to work with him today because he's like, I can say, it was kind of an inspiration for me.
Okay.
Because just that I don't want to mention that he's
in front of him.
He's a senior musician.
Right.
But during our school days, like I used to. I have seen him like since small days, like for TV videos and all this stuff. In fact, he was a guitar player too, but I don't know. But he's a bit reluctant now to play guitar. He prefers more singing now.
Right.
But he helps me out with the acoustic guitar, and so it really fills the band.
Yeah.
So so many years gone, and I was playing in different bands and a lot of session work.
Yeah.
And then actually I joined this band last year. Of last year, and since then I've been performing with him. And during SFM times when he was the judge, and I was playing for the other band as well. He used to accompany all the participants and the singers, but we were very good friends from that time. We used to hang out and joke around, just being like that. So he gave me this break, why don't you just join me and play? And but just back then I was little bit busy because I was also involved in my teaching and my other session work, so I couldn't move ahead. But I got the chance finally, last year. And
that's so cool. So you finally met up with your idol and you're in his band at the same time. Okay, but I understand that Dee Zone travels a lot around the world to perform for other Sri Lankans. You also went to LA. And then I just read up on it today that you boys went to Bangalore just earlier last year, later last year.
Last December, it was on the 16th of December.
Okay.
Never forget that day.
So what's the story there? Because Jason, I heard you got into a...
Jason, we are lucky to be here. We are blessed to be here.
Right.
Talking to you on the morning show. Because on the way to Bangalore from... after we landed, we had to travel overland.
Okay.
And we were all tired after the tours. We fell asleep. 2 hours into the journey, I woke up to a bomb going off. The driver fell asleep and crashed into a truck.
Oh man, that is extreme. So so it crashes, and then what were the injuries? Like I understand you three specifically were in the vehicle in front.
Yeah, I was in the front. I was passenger seat, and he was in both of them,
right,
the back, and that's it. Actually, the driver fell asleep. Right, was it somewhere around 3 o'clock in the morning?
Yes,
right.
And even I fell asleep too. So I was in the front seat, and
you were in the front seat.
Yeah, I was in the front seat.
Okay.
So that was a bit pathetic. And I think the driver, even I fell asleep because normally I go in the front because I don't want to sleep. But it was, as he said, like, you know, we were so tired, like, you know, we have been traveling around, and we just like back to back. We had to do gigs here. The very, like, you know, days like when we landed, we had gigs even in Sri Lanka. So sometimes we were like 24 hours, we were not sleeping like more than that, and so we were so tired. So I just fell asleep for a while and just sit bang on an industrial lorry somewhere in a place called Vello. Okay. That's about 100 km away from Chennai. Okay. And that's it. You want me to
wait. Okay, so what happened? You guys got into this accident. Georgie, how are you? You seem like you're afraid of this scene from everyone else. So what happened to you?
It was in the highway. Okay. The driver was driving like 130 kilometers per hour.
Right. So you were up by that time?
He was probably,
I was half awake. That's why I was sitting. Okay. Damien was sleeping and Malla was sleeping comfortably. I was sitting. Okay. So that's why nothing happened.
Just right behind me.
So
right.
Yeah. Then soon after the accident happened, I got down. Damien was shouting, screaming. Malla was bleeding.
Okay. So wait. Injuries wise, what were the injuries sustained in this accident?
Yeah, like I said, I woke up to this bomb explosion. Yeah. Next thing I felt was excruciating pain on the right of my chest, and it was dark, so I didn't know what had happened. I thought piece had gone or something like that, and so I felt to see if I was bleeding. Then it wasn't wet, so I knew I wasn't bleeding. Right. And next thing is, I woke up between the seats on the floor. I had passed out. Right. And then I heard them trying to get him out because he was bleeding.
Okay. Where were you bleeding, Amala?
Exactly as what I was told. Okay. And as what it was speculated by that time, like, you know. Right. So my head got knocked in the front windscreen and it was cracked, like, you know, like the web of spine, like, you know, something like that. So and my head, I believe. Might have knocked on what you call the dashboard. Like,
I think you knocked your head on the windscreen and then the dashboard.
Oh, okay.
So, and I think this part exactly between my eyebrows and my eyes, it got cracked, like, you know, it was like bleeding and it hurt so badly.
Okay.
By the time.
So you felt the pain?
So, yeah, I felt the pain, and but I knew that I had to be cool. So the first thing was I had to search for a piece of cloth or whatever. But luckily, the driver gave me his T-shirt or something.
Oh, he was okay?
He was wounded too, like just but not just like me about. And I just had to hold it for a while, and started bleeding, and I had a thumping headache because I think so we had to wait for a while. That was horrible. We had to wait for an ambulance in the highway. So I think we had to suffer with like pain for about, I think, more than an hour and a half, I guess. I believe.
That's
so by the time when the ambulance was, this occurred like somewhere around 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Right. So by the time ambulance came, and it was somewhere around 4 o'clock.
Yeah,
it was near 4 o'clock. Then we had to rush off to the closest hospital, the government hospital. Right. And there on it's like we transferred to a private hospital.
Right. So that experience must have, like, how did that? What I hear is that when a group or family or a group of people, if they go through something that's scary, that they just come closer together or they just drift away. What's the story with you guys, with your band? Have you guys come close together, like, oh no, I totally like miss you so much right now?
To me, the three of us got really close because we were injured and this guy was looking after both of us.
Right. Okay.
He didn't sleep.
He really had a heart. Yes.
He didn't sleep. He didn't eat.
Wow.
He was there.
Okay.
You know, just taking care of us. I mean, I couldn't move because I had the broken ribs and I had punctured the lung, and I was suffering. Right. So the following day we were both in the ICU, and till they stabilize us. And in the night they transferred us to Bangalore, to another hospital, which was fantastic.
So this was in mid-December, if I'm correct.
17th.
17th.
Yeah.
So obviously your New Year's plans were thrown out the window.
Not really.
Just after accident, the gig was on the 18th, then we performed. 18th of December with another Goan band. They were like even so good. Like we had to play this ground called what's that school? What's it? Bethany, right? Yeah, Bethany Institute or some Bethany School or something.
Right.
It's a school anyway. So we had to perform that grounds with another Goan band, which was like they were good, but still we didn't give up. We just did the show.
Dude, that is so inspirational. Like for any kids wanting to get into a band or like pursue a career in music, you guys got into an accident and you performed the next day. That is mind blowing.
Yeah, it was just few hours, you know.
The saying goes, the show must go on.
Yeah, now that is like literally what just happened. That is so cool.
Yeah, and I'm not supposed to be here too. I'm supposed to be lying down flat and resting the broken ribs. Right. But then it's going to take 3 months. I feel that I can, if I don't react to that and adjust according to the pains that it gives me, and learn those movements that I'm not supposed to make, I can carry on with normal life.
Right. So have you performed after that gig that you guys performed?
Yeah.
How many gigs have you guys performed?
5. We came down. We played a couple of dances. We played 31st night.
Oh, nice.
And January we did 2 weddings back to back. And I said, that's it. Now I need a break. And they all needed a break too. And so here we are, still on a break.
Now it's the
healing time.
Yeah, the recovery process and the chilled out time now. Finally. All right, so Dee Zone, this is like really interesting what you guys have been through. What plans for the future of Dee Zone?
Want to work hard and produce good music.
Right.
And make it sound as professional as possible, so that the people will enjoy it. They deserve it, no?
That's amazing.
Yeah.